everyone, and welcome back to Breaking the Silence HD Unfiltered, where we talk everything Huntington's disease, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We are your hosts, Ellen and Amanda, and today joining us is our
Also
sister.
Amanda.
No. Our sister, Amy. If you can't tell, she's my twin, unfortunately, and she's here today as our special guest. Welcome, Amy.
Thank you.
So, if you missed it, last week we talked about defining Huntington's disease as well as a little bit about ourselves and introduced kind of who we are and a little bit about what we've been through with our mom. So, this week, Ellen?
Yeah, this week we're going to talk about our family history with HD, our family dynamics, and just growing up with our mom and what that kind of looked like for us. So last week we told you that our grandmother passed away in 2001, and we didn't really know that she had HD when she passed.
So in 2004, our mom started having symptoms, and she actually had what the doctors believed was a stroke. So they did a bunch of tests and stuff, and they actually ended up diagnosing her with MS at that point, after they did an MRI and other tests. So MS is multiple sclerosis. So that's what our mom was originally diagnosed with. Amy?
So then in 2009, our mom started having some more symptoms, what they thought was MS. But the doctors did some more digging, kind of thought maybe it's not MS, maybe it's something a little more. So they started doing some digging into our family history. Our mom knew a lot of family history about her dad's side, but our grandma, she was adopted, so they didn't have a lot of information about her family. So they started to do some more digging into that, and found out that our mom's family actually had HD, or our grandma's family actually had HD, and then
So our grandma had 3 or 4 siblings that they found out that had Huntington's disease and had passed away at that point.
So then they finally gave our mom that diagnosis with HD as well.
Yeah, so our mom went through the testing process for Huntington's disease after she brought that back to her doctor. And then she got her test result and found out that she was gene positive for Huntington's disease. And then Ellen?
That they also determined that, or made the assumption that our grandmother had HD when she passed because she had chorea and symptoms of HD.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember going to visit our grandma a little bit when she was in the hospital, and she definitely had like chorea for sure, and other symptoms of HD for sure. Definitely a lot like
Similar to mom.
we saw our mom in the later stages. So, yeah.
I wasn't there. I was in mom's stomach.
Yeah. So now we're just going to talk a little bit about our family dynamics. So our mom has 2 siblings that are from her mother. She has other siblings, but only 2 that are from her mom that would be at risk of Huntington's disease. Neither of them have Huntington's disease at this point. Like we said last week, we have 6 kids in our family, so our mom has 6 children that are all at risk of Huntington's disease. So we have an older brother, or 2 older brothers actually. One is 41 now, and we have a brother that is 34 now. Then it's Amy and myself. We're the middle. We're both 30. And then we have 2 younger siblings. We have a brother that's younger. He is 24 now. And then there's Ellen. She's the baby. Yeah.
I'm 23.
And you'd think that being the baby, she'd be our mom's favorite. She wasn't. Evan was.
Evan, sweetie.
Evan, sweetie. So there's actually an 18-year age gap between the siblings, so between Ellen and our oldest brother. And you can imagine that growing up was pretty chaotic at times. But for the most part, we all loved each other. So
Debatable.
that's a little bit about
How we showed our love is debatable, but it was love.
So that's a little bit more about our family and how we found out our mom had HD. And now we're just going to talk a little bit more about our mom, our HD hero. So I have some questions that I'm going to ask them to answer about our mom. So here we go. What is the one word that comes to mind when you think about mom?
Resilient.
Compassionate.
Compassion, that's a good one. I would say strength. She has lots of strength. Okay. Another question. What's something special about mom you'll hold on to forever?
I mean, I don't know if this is what you're looking for, but those candy cane cookies that she used to make,
Mm.
I hold on to those. Like, I would love some of those right now.
Yeah, there's lots of traditions for sure, especially Christmas traditions.
Like something for me is that like no matter what we did or
Unconditional love. I was gonna say that.
yeah, that's not what I was gonna say though.
Oh.
Like she always tried to go above and beyond, regardless of like how far along her symptoms were.
Or
She
what
always,
we had.
yes, she always made sure she went above and beyond for
And we
all
had
of us.
everything we ever wanted.
And yeah, even when things were tough and we didn't have a lot of money, she still made sure that we felt special.
Yeah. Homemade muffins at 5:00 in the morning.
And it didn't matter what you did or how many times you messed up. Mom loved you and was proud of you no matter what.
Yep. So, what's your favorite memory of mom? Anybody want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
My favorite memory of mom was when I got pregnant with Atlas, my oldest, and I had to go and tell her, and I was only 18 and I wasn't married, and I was like, Mom, I'm pregnant, like I'm gonna have a baby, and she said, I am so proud of you. And that's a little weird, like not weird, but most people would be like, oh my gosh, my child is only 18, they're gonna have a baby, they're not married, but mom was like, congratulations, this is the best thing that could happen to you.
I would say my favorite memory is like a video that Amy did for me for our wedding. Amy went and saw our mom at the nursing home, and she made this sweet video of mom talking about how she was proud of us and how she supported us. And she was just asking mom like what she was looking forward to at the wedding and that kind of thing. And it was just mom just having a good time. And it was like the greatest video ever.
Good one.
My favorite memory of mom, it wasn't my favorite then, but looking back, it's my favorite now. Was when I decided one afternoon I was going to use the F word, and mom decided that that wasn't appropriate, so she decided to grab the soap and stuck a bar of soap in my mouth, Irish Springs, and I can still taste that soap today. But
it burns your
I
tongue.
literally had burnt taste buds for like a week.
Oh my.
Look, in the moment, it was not fun, but looking back, it's funny to talk about now.
So, what is one core value that she instilled in you? Anybody want to go first?
Family, like the importance of family, and it doesn't matter what your family does, they're your family, and you will do anything for them and be there for them no matter what happens.
I would say strength because our mom had crazy amount of strength that like no matter what happened, like she didn't complain. She just took it as it came and gave it her all.
I would say like just being a good person and being selfless.
Like humble.
Yeah. And like going out of your way to do things for other people and to just to be a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she was always like volunteering and doing stuff like that with her time.
Okay. So what is one of the most memorable quirks Mom had?
Hmm.
Or like just it could be related to Huntington's disease or something she did prior to having HD. So my favorite quirk, don't take offense to this, but our mom did this thing where she like snorted more so when she had Huntington's disease, and she'd be like, and like it was just funny because like we still joke about it now. Every now and then we'll just be like an inside joke, but it was just like it made me laugh every time she would like snort or something, and then she'd start laughing too. So it was just like a good time.
I think one of my favorite quirks, not at the time, but her elbow. She had really bony elbows. So like if you were doing something she didn't like or you said something she didn't like, she would take her elbow and just like jab you with it and it really hurt. But that is definitely one of my favorite quirks that she had.
I think those two. Yeah, I don't really have any others.
Sorry, Ellen's cat's making himself comfortable in my bag that I brought over. That's what I'm looking at. Okay.
Thanks for the update.
So we're gonna go back and talk a little bit about our mom's strength. So like I said before, there wasn't really anything that our mom faced, whether it was like from the very beginning, she kind of struggled because she lost our dad when our like her husband, our father, when she was young, and that left her with 4 children to raise at the time on her own, and that's something that no parent should ever have to go through, losing their spouse and raising the kids on their own. And we were very young, like Amy and I were only 2. Um, and then she met Ellen's father, and then that's when Evan and Ellen came along, our younger siblings. Um, they got married, and for a while they had a happy marriage, and then that ended in divorce. And again, our mom was left to care for 6 kids at that point. And even though it was a lot for her, she never gave up once. She had crazy strength that I've never seen anybody else have. Anybody?
Yeah.
I agree.
She always smiled through everything. She always smiled.
And like with our mom and her Huntington's disease, we got pretty lucky because like for the symptoms that our mom had, it wasn't like she was never angry that much. She wasn't aggressive or anything like that.
She never lost memories.
Like she was always
she knew
pretty happy.
Was.
She just always wanted to be with her family and spend as much time as possible with them. Like she did have like moments that she'd get angry or throw fits and stuff like that, but for the most part she just enjoyed life and just took everything as it came.
Yeah.
Right? Is there anything else you'd like to add about Mom?
No.
Okay. So I just want to give a reminder that we're here for you at any time if there's any questions or um, anytime you just need a listening ear. You can reach out to us on our Facebook page or on our YouTube page. You can send us an email at hdunfiltered@hotmail.com and you'll reach us directly. And if we can't answer your question, we will definitely find somebody that can, and or get you connected with somebody that can as well.
We just want to take a minute to thank all of you for watching our videos, and we hope that with each video we make, everybody feels a little bit more comfortable talking about HD and is a bit more informed. Remember to tune in each Wednesday, and together we can break the silence.
So next week we're going to talk more about growing up with our mom with HD and kind of some of the struggles that that brings, and also like the feeling of like missing out on a normal life type thing. So tune in next week and we will share our personal stories with dealing with those things. And yeah, we just want to thank you again for tuning in and watching our video. And we hope that you'll be here with every video that we share. And we just want to thank you.
And thanks for our special guest, Amy,
for joining us today. Yeah. Thank you. Bye.